Okay. Did you know you can send out an email to all of the BA Fine Art department as a student by emailing that email to Pala first? Or you can add things to Moodle if you email them to Hayley. In my limited experience right now, the BA Fine Art department isn't set up for consensus decision making. Consensus decision making takes a long time in my limited personal experience. I once spent 2 hours collectively editing an A4 page of writing to come to a consensus about grammar, which, I mean, grammar's important, but whatever. So big places like this course, it's hard to speak together as a community. It seems generally, and this is from my experiences of me, that the handful of people who choose to take on extra responsibility end up making most decisions, like what the Open Studio is going to be called, or where the degree show after party is. Small decisions. And you look to the decisions people made in the past to see what to do in the present. The aesthetic for posters, events were expected to happen, spending your money on a website, an after party, and not really anything else, and so on. Not that I can think of anything better a lot of the time. But more importantly, it's a handful of people organising it, so a handful of people who make those decisions. And if you decide that you want to do something differently, you're going against what everyone expects without their consent, or without any mechanisms to obtain their consent, which seems very wrong as a structure. Then take the strikes, which should definitely be disruptive. The disruption shows you the space you could have been changing this whole time, but also kind of shows you how impossible that is to do. I'm not sure when I'm accidentally filling that space to minimise disruption. Like sending out emails to all of the BA Fine Art department probably looks a bit too official, too much like tutors have sent it, and maybe like they never left. I feel horribly complicit a lot of the time. I understand that there's a problem with teacher burnout where one teacher burns out and then another teacher takes on that person's workload and then they burn out. And I feel like that's kind of very emblematic of how I feel, and sometimes it feels like the best way to disrupt things is just to stop taking on that responsibility, but that means that you have to let go of something you really care about, and that's really hard and seems like too big of a sacrifice to me right now, kind of. But then also, the strikes pro them, so I don't know, it's confusing. I haven't really thought about it that much. And organisers sometimes I feel like I'm stopping people from being disrupted, but then maybe I'm assigning myself too much importance. But really, I really haven't had any proper time to think about any of this, which is in itself a problem, but I definitely haven't had time to think about anything else. Anyway, I've got to run, I've got a meeting. It was nice to talk to you. I'll see you later.